Hello and welcome. This is Lisa Jones, and you are listening to the Exploring Death podcast. Hello, it's Lisa Jones on the Exploring Death podcast, and today I have with me Lisa Smartt. She is the author of the book, Words at the Threshold. She's a linguist, educator, poet, and the founder of the Final Words Project, which is an ongoing study devoted to collecting and interpreting the mysterious language at the end of lives. Lisa co-facilitates workshops about language and consciousness with Raymond Moody at universities, hospices, and conferences around the United States. You can visit her online at finalwordsproject.org. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, hello. Good to see you, Lisa.
Great to see you. I would love to pull some cards and see what the cards say about this language. What do you think?
I'd love it. Let's do it.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. So the first card is always the blockage card. I love it. Faith. I'm getting that's the blockage card because, you know, most of us or the majority maybe don't necessarily believe or have faith that this is true, that there's this amazing language that takes place, just before we die. And I feel like, I mean, for me, it's like just another beautiful layer of the whole exploring death process, I'm a hospice volunteer. And so I sit by the bedside of dying patients. And now I'm like, I can't wait to go and start recording their words and really, really listening and seeing. It's just, to me, it's another view of seeing death as it's starting to come forth. So anyway, the blockage card is the faith. And so the action card is radiance, which I love. And there's just a heart in the center of a lighthouse that's just pouring out. And I feel like that's what it is, that as people are on their death process, this light just radiates and it's not even necessarily in their control. That's what I'm getting. I mean, for example, my friend Michael, who died suddenly in that fire, his soul was just pouring out of him, his love for the people around him and expressing, to people, because somehow he knew, somehow there was this intuitive knowing, and it's beyond comprehension. It's not something that we can understand. And then, I love it. The outcome card is opening, which is a beautiful giant heart. And I think that's what this is. I think understanding and learning more and, reading your book was certainly an opening for me. And I think for anyone that wants to understand better the process of dying and what the next steps are and what comes, what's kind of happening. It's a puzzle. I mean, like you said, it's because it's paradoxical and nonsense. You might not even be able to make sense of it until after the fact,
Exactly. I've heard that from people.
Right.
It's very much true. And, it's sort of the language of the heart. What is,
right.
It's, the language of the heart is not always clear and literal. It's nuanced and complex and mysterious. And so it's great that last.
I was just going to say that last card is a giant pink heart. And the language of the heart. That's exactly the outcome.
Very much.
Card. Wow. Well, is there anything else, Lisa, that comes to mind that you would like our listeners to hear today about?
Well, I think if anyone's bedside, just to assume that what they're hearing is sacred and to hold it in that way and to write it down if they feel comfortable doing so. And I just know that this whole journey for me has opened up so much, not only about language, but just about love and about connection and about death and dying. So I would just invite people to assume it's a sacred place and assume that the language is sacred. And I think that's the main thing I would want to leave people with.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. This has been such a delight chatting with you, and your work is so important. And what a groundbreaking, amazing pioneer you've been in this journey.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Be well.